las palabras negativas e indefinidas. This topic of notes can be found in Chapter 1 in your Navegando textbook on page 29. Please go ahead and open your Libro de Apuntes de Español 2 and find the first clean sheet of notes, and let's begin. Okay. Negative and affirmative expressions. Here are a couple pieces of information for you. Sentences in Spanish can contain two negative words and still be grammatically correct. In English, we would say, I never do anything. In Spanish, we would say, yo nunca hago nada, or it translates to, I never do nothing. So double negatives are not only expected in Spanish and correct, but if you have a negative and a positive word, or a negative and indefinite word in the same sentence, then it's wrong, grammatically incorrect to not use double negative. No usually comes in front of a verb with another negative word following the verb. Por ejemplo, you didn't do anything. No hiciste nada. That N apostrophe T does not exist in Spanish. That contraction that we use in English does not exist. In order to say that, you just put no in front of your conjugated verb. And then we follow it up with another negative word like nada. No hiciste nada. You didn't do nothing. The words nada, nadie, and tampoco can come before the verb in place of no. So instead of using no, you can say something like no one did anything. Nadie hizo nada. So no one did nothing. If these words follow the verb, another negative word will be needed before the verb. You didn't do anything. No hiciste nada. Todavía can be used at the beginning or at the end of a sentence when it means yet. They still haven't found it. Todavía no lo encuentran or no lo encuentran todavía. It can go either before or after the verb. When todavía is used without a verb, it must be followed by the word no. Not yet. Todavía no. So more about translating negative and affirmative expressions. Before translating these sentences, you must decide if the sentence is affirmative or negative. If the sentence contains no negative words, it is affirmative or positive, and you translate it like normal. Por ejemplo, I always have something to do. There's nothing in here that indicates no or not. So yo siempre tengo algo para hacer. If the sentence contains one negative word, you have to follow these 3 steps. First of all, you need to identify, is there a negative word? In the sentence, I never have anything to do. Never is our negative word. Then contaminate. Any positive or affirmative words in the sentence need to be changed over to their opposite words. So anything is our indefinite word here. And we've changed anything to nothing. That's its opposite negative word. And then we translate. You translate this contaminated sentence like you normally would. So, yo nunca tengo nada para hacer. I never have nothing to do. Okay? Practicamos juntos. Let's practice together. Marco never says anything to anyone. This is our practice sentence. So first of all, I want you to identify, is this sentence positive or negative? The sentence is negative because of the word never. Next, you're going to contaminate. Are there any affirmative or indefinite expressions? And how do you change them to their opposite negative words? Okay, so you would say Marco never says nothing to no one. Anything and anyone are indefinites. Remember, they're indefinites because they have any in front of them. And our final step is to translate. So you're going to translate Marco never says nothing to no one. Marco nunca dice nada a nadie. Okay, so nunca, nada, and nadie. All 3 are negative words. More práctica. Let's try out a couple examples on your own. We don't have any homework tonight. First of all, identify, is it negative or positive? Secondly, you should notice that this one is negative because it has don't and apostrophe T in it. We need to change any positive or indefinite words over to their opposite word. The only other word in here that is negative or indefinite is any, so we want to change this to not any. We don't have not any homework tonight. And then our last step is to translate. No tenemos ninguna tarea esta noche. We don't have not any homework tonight. Okay. Next sentence. Marco needs some food. Marco needs some food. First of all, identify. Is it positive or negative? I hope you're saying that it's positive here because we have no in this sentence. We have no, we don't have a no, we don't have a never, we don't have a not any, nothing like that. Okay, so we're just going to translate it as is, and we should have Marco necesita alguna comida. Marco needs some food. Por ejemplo, número 3. She isn't doing anything this weekend. Step number 1, identify. Is it positive or negative? This is a negative sentence. If you'll notice, there's an apostrophe T right here, isn't. Okay, so identify is step 1. Contaminate is step 2. Are there any affirmative or indefinite words in the rest of the sentence? I hope you're noticing the word anything here. When it's any, that means that it is an indefinite word. So we would change this from anything to nothing. She isn't doing nothing this weekend. And then the last step again is to translate. Ella no hace nada este fin de semana. She isn't doing nothing this weekend. Okay, ejemplo número 4. He doesn't ever want to go out with us. Okay, step 1, identify. Is it negative or positive? Hopefully you notice it's negative because it has an apostrophe T. Now, we need to contaminate. Are there any other affirmative or indefinite expressions or words in this sentence? Look it over. Hopefully you notice the word ever here. We need to make that its opposite, and so it's never. He doesn't never want to go out with us. And then step 3, translate. Él nunca quiere salir con nosotros. This one we don't need to worry about the N apostrophe T in it. Up here we made N apostrophe T the word no. Down here it's not necessary, so we just say Él nunca quiere salir con nosotros. He never wants to go with us. Okay, that was a little tricky. And the last one, we're going to use know, do you know, we're going to use the word conocer for know, anyone who fixes printers. Is this sentence positive or negative? Take a look. Hopefully you said that this is a positive sentence because we don't have any no's in here. Any no's, any nevers, any nothings, any no ones, nothing like that. All our words are positive or affirmative. ¿Conoces a alguien quien repara las impresoras? Okay. Do you know someone or anyone who fixes printers? Alright, this is a pretty big topic. It's a little bit difficult. If there's anything that you don't understand, please make a note so that you can ask me in class tomorrow. I expect this to be a difficult topic for you, and we're going to go over this in class together. So if there's anything you don't understand, like I said, make a note, but don't panic. Like I said, we'll go over this in class tomorrow. You're also going to want to access your textbook and look on page 29 for a list of definitions for your positive, negative, and affirmative words. Thanks so much.